How's it going, everyone? My name is Anthony, aka ComicsRGreat, and welcome to the new comic book day haul video for the books that I bought back on Wednesday, August 11th. I do apologize for this video being late, but I've actually been reading the books that I've purchased from Wednesday, August 11th to Wednesday, September 8th, so I can knock out these videos one after the other and catch up on everything in a week. I do thank you for your patience. These books are going to be presented in alphabetical order. So let's start with comic book number 1. From Scout Comics, we have Black Cotton number 4, written by Brian Hawkins and Patrick Foreman. Cover and interior work done by Marco Perugini. This is issue 4 of a 6-issue miniseries about a world where racial lines are reversed. Black is white, and white is black. What also makes this series unique is that it's printed in black and white. There are no colors in the entire series. In issue 1, a rich black cop winds up shooting a middle-class white girl. Now, so far, the story in issues 2 to 4 is playing out just as it would in our world, but with the roles reversed. I'm interested to see how it continues in issue 5, when it comes out on Wednesday, September 1st. From Aftershock Comics, Bunny Mask number 3, written by Paul Tobin, with cover and interior work drawn by Andrea Moody. This is the 3rd issue in a rather strange 4-issue miniseries. The story so far is a mystery about a man named Tyler Severin and his connection to a woman named Bea Foster, who is supposed to have been dead for about 14 years. Issue 4 comes out on Wednesday, September 22nd. From Marvel Comics, Captain Marvel number 31, written by Kelly Thompson, with interior work drawn by Takeshi Miyazawa. The Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage variant cover was drawn by In-Hyuk Lee. Captain Marvel has gone through a lot of stuff during the first 30 issues of Kelly Thompson's run, so she decides to give her a vacation with her boyfriend War Machine James Rhodes. In typical Captain Marvel fashion, it gets interrupted, but she eventually gets her vacation at the end of the issue. Let's see if she's going to need a vacation from her vacation in issue 32 when it comes out on Wednesday, September 1st. From Marvel Comics, we have Daredevil number 31, written by Chip Zdarsky. Interior work was done by Mike Hawthorne, and the cover was drawn by Marco Checchetto. This is the 2nd print of the first part of the Lockdown storyline. I decided to get this 2nd print cover even though I already have the 1st print copy of the main cover, and it's nearly identical to this one. The wings, blood, and toga cloth are all blood red, while the body and the masks are black and white. Overall, I decided to take a chance because sometimes the reprints can be worth more than the 1st print, depending on popularity and rarity. From Marvel Comics, Daredevil number 33, written by Chip Zdarsky, with cover and interior work drawn by Marco Checchetto. Out of the comics I purchased, this cover by Marco Checchetto was the cover of the week. This is part 3 of the Lockdown storyline. Matt Murdock takes over the prison to thwart whatever plan the warden has to send him to an early grave. At the same time, Elektra tries to fight not 1, not 2, but 3 bullseyes. After getting injured, she gets help from Tony Stark. I'm looking to the next issue to see just what Tony Stark comes with. Issue 34 comes out on Wednesday, September 8th. From Boom Studios, Eve number 2, written by Victor Laval. Interior work drawn by Joe Ming-Gyung. Cover art was done by Ariel Anandito. This is the second print of issue 2 of a 5-issue miniseries. The only difference between this and the original second issue is that this is in black and white and the original one is in color. Otherwise, I love the cover. When it comes to second print issues, I tend to like them in black and white. For me, it gives it a different look, a different aesthetic, and I have no problems with this one. From Boom Studios, Eve #4, written by Victor Laval, interior work done by Jo Myung-young, and cover art drawn by Ariel Anandito. This is issue 4 of a 5-issue miniseries. This issue has a lot of talking in it, which made it feel really slow. Eve, who meets an older version of herself, begins to find out the truth of what happened to the planet and why she's been asleep for 11 years. I hope issue 5, which comes out on Wednesday, September 8th, is much better than this one. I also hope they either do a second miniseries or a regular run. Again, from Boom Studios, we have Eve #4. This cover, though, was drawn by John Boy Myers. This is the variant cover to Ariel Anandito's main cover. I primarily got this because I've been buying both the main and variant covers for just about all the issues so far. So I decided, why not continue the trend since this is a 5-issue miniseries. From Marvel Comics, Hellions #14, written by Zeb Wells, interior art drawn by Roger Antonio. The Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage variant cover was drawn by In-hyuk Lee. I do believe that In-hyuk Lee did all these heritage covers, so if I run into another one, I'm just going to say AAPI. I purchased this issue purely as a cover buy. In-hyuk Lee's work continues to always impress. Whenever I get my hands on an In-hyuk Lee work at cover price, more often than not, I'll pick it up, just like I did this time around. From Image Comics, Home #4, written by Julio Anta, interior work drawn by Anna Wychek, cover art drawn by Lisa Sturl. This is issue 4 of a 5-issue miniseries. This is also kind of a political statement about the Hispanic children that got separated from their parents while Donald Trump was president. In this case, though, Juan, the main character, finds himself running away from the American government. While staying with his aunt, he makes a mistake with playing outside, and she has to send her own kids to protect him. I'm looking forward to reading the 5th and last issue next week if it comes out, to see if the next series will possibly be worth getting. From Marvel Comics, Miles Morales' Spider-Man #29, written by Saladin Ahmed, interior work drawn by Chris Allen, cover was drawn by Taurin Clark. I've been picking up scattered issues in this series, like the 4 of the last 6 or so, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this issue, which is part of the Clone Saga storyline, slows it down for Miles just so he can catch his breath. He sorts out some problems he's been dealing with by turning a school essay into a journal of sorts. He helps out one of his clones, and then he also meets up with a fan whose mother deeply appreciates it. The last part came with something he desperately needed: a new suit. Issue #30, which comes out on Wednesday, September 29, will be Miles' first full appearance in his new costume, which looks pretty good, by the way. However, I'm definitely gonna miss the last suit. From DC Comics Black Label, The Nice House on the Lake, issue #3, written by James Tynion IV, interior work drawn by Alvaro Martinez Bueno, cover work drawn by Christian Ward. Last week I picked up the main cover to this issue, so I decided this week to get the variant cover. This was almost the cover of the week for me because of how the flames were drawn and colored. They almost make me feel the heat of those flames. Or is it because this series is so hot? Let's hope the heat James and Alvaro have brought continues in issue 4 when it comes out on Tuesday, September 7th. From Dynamite Comics, Red Sonja, Black, White, and Red, issue number 2. This has a bunch of writers and interior artists, so I'm not going to go through them because this is essentially a small anthology. But the cover work was drawn by David Nakayama. This was purely a cover buy for me, just because it was drawn by David Nakayama, who's becoming known as a great cover artist. I'm looking forward to purchasing the black and white version if and when it comes out in a week or two. From Marvel Comics, Spider-Man, Spider Shadow number 5, written by Chip Zdarsky, with interior art drawn by Pasquale Ferry. The main cover was drawn by Phil Noto. This is the last issue of the Spider Shadow What If miniseries. I have to say I enjoyed Chip Zdarsky's take on what if Peter Parker became Venom. The ending was more than what I could have hoped, and Chip left the story wide open for a possible sequel. This story is definitely worth picking up, and to me, it was the comic of the week. Sorry, but no spoilers on this one. From Marvel Comics, Star Wars The High Republic, issue number 8. Written by Cavan Scott, with interior work done by Ariel Anandito. The cover art was drawn by Phil Noto. In this story, which goes hand in hand with IDW's The High Republic Adventures, Keith Trennis arrives just in time to help her former master and a group of Jedi and the Hutt clan fight off a giant sentient plant called the Great Progenitor. As their alliance comes to an abrupt end, the Jedi get news that the Nihil from the High Republic Adventures has not only returned, but attacked the Republic fair and won. I'm definitely looking forward to issue 9, which comes out on Wednesday, September 1st. From IDW Publishing, Star Wars The High Republic Adventures The Monster of Temple Peak number 1. Written by Cavan Scott, cover and interior work done by Rachel Stott. This is the first issue of a 4-issue miniseries. We're introduced to Tide Yorick, who is a former Padawan learner who now is a monster hunter and does not like the Jedi. She has a complicated past and an interesting sword. She takes on a job just because she's desperate for money, but she keeps getting a bad feeling about it and is unsure about the problems this job can bring. Originally, I was very hesitant when I got this comic, but now I'm looking forward to getting issue number 2, which is supposed to come out on Wednesday, September 15th. If this story next issue continues at the same pace, I'll definitely plan on getting all 4. Sorry if the video was a bit long, but I hope you liked the comics I showed you today. If you like the content of this video, I really would appreciate it if you would hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you know when I would post my videos on a more regular basis. I thank you for visiting me today. So from my family to yours, remember, comics are great, and so are you.